James Turner for the untouchable true school sports. Let's go, baby. Bow!
Be careful what you wish for because it can become a reality.
Yeah. The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing games were missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. All right, so I'm just getting my day started, and I know that this is a video that a lot of you guys have been patiently waiting for, so I'm gonna give it to you. We're gonna talk about O'Shaquie Foster and the very blatant robbery that took place between him and Robinson Conceicao. You know, we're gonna do that in nature, you know, in the wilderness. Listen, man, it was there really is no way to justify the fight. I think whether you thought the fight was, if you were being very generous to Conceicao and you thought the fight was close, I still don't even see how you can give him 7 rounds. I mean, for me, I watched the fight twice. I watched the fight when it was live once, and then I rewatched it again yesterday. And the conclusion that I came to was that O'Shaquie Foster, I scored it 10 rounds to 2 in favor of O'Shaquie Foster. I thought, you know, and I want to be very honest, because I don't like to be, I'm not a liar. I like to be very transparent with the viewers of this channel. I am not the biggest fan of like an overly defensive style. My favorite style in boxing are guys that are boxer punchers, guys that can, yeah, they can box, but they punch with authority, right? Shaq Foster really hasn't been that fighter most of his career. You know, I've been watching him since he fought Miguel Roman, like, what was that, 2020? So I'm very familiar with O'Shaquie Foster, probably a little bit more familiar than most people on YouTube, because most people on YouTube who cover his career have not been watching him that long. He's always been a guy that I think has natural fighting instincts. I don't think he's a purely just a back foot boxer, but what I've noticed in his career, and honestly, I thought this fight, as far as how the manner in which he fought, I thought it was very similar to the fight in which he won the world title against Ray Vargas. You know, that was a fight where he fought a guy in Vargas who he could easily outbox, and he did easily outbox him, and he didn't really feel the needed to do more or put his foot on the gas, right? So that's been the common theme in his career is when O'Shaquie Foster is levels above a fighter in the ring on that night, he will not, you know, step to him and try to get a stoppage. He'll be content to just box him, you know. But as we saw when he beat Rocky Hernandez, to defend the belt, you know, when he gets a fighter who can actually push him and hurt him and give him something to worry about, he has that ability to put his foot on the gas and make it a dog fight. And you saw it happen in the Rocky Hernandez fight. So in watching this fight, I just thought that, and mind you, I like Conceicao. I'm a guy that's went to bat for him here on YouTube when I felt he was done wrong against the likes of Oscar Valdez and Emmanuel Navarrete. But he did not win this fight. I thought he was falling very short on a lot of his punches. I thought that, you know, Robinson Conceicao, I thought it was one of his worst performances. I thought he looked very flat. I saw a fighter that really and truthfully, it looked like that Navarrete fight took something from him, because I didn't really see the guy that was throwing those blistering fast combinations. I didn't really see the athleticism that we normally see from Conceicao. And a lot of that was because of O'Shaquie and just how good he was defensively and countering and with the range. But look, boxing is a business, and this is actually where I kind of will give a little bit of criticism to not O'Shaquie Foster, because I thought he fought well, but more sort of like his team, his people, because the fighter has to worry about fighting, like, right? So O'Shaquie Foster's in camp for 8 weeks. His job is to get the job done by any means necessary, right? But the reason you have a team around you is because they're supposed to be self-aware and make you aware of things that maybe you aren't seeing or that you're not thinking about, which in this case, look, boxing is a business. We know that O'Shaquie Foster's top-ranked contract is about to be up very soon. And we know that boxing's a dirty game. Bob Arum wasn't gonna want him leave with the belt, so you know, it's very feasible that they got some judges and they score the fight on some bullshit so that they can get the belt to Conceicao, so that they can keep the fight in house. Because look, if you look at some of the fights they can make in house, right? If O'Shaquie Foster was to leave Top Rank, which we don't know if he is or isn't, but they you know, with Conceicao getting the belt, that now opens up the possibility for a Emmanuel Navarrete rematch, but a unification fight, because you got to remember, Navarrete is still the WBO champion. Even though he went to 35, he didn't. I don't believe he let go of the belt. Correct me if I'm wrong. So they can do that fight, right? And if not that fight, let's say I'm wrong, and you guys put me in the comments, but even if Navarrete doesn't have the belt, there's still fights that they can make for Conceicao. They got Albert Bell. They got, Andres Cortez, who's been kind of pounding that pavement for a long time and trying to become champion. He's ranked in a couple of the sanctioning organizations. You got, potentially, who else you got? That's a top rank. You got Abraham Supernova if they want to give him a fight. So there's guys that if Top Rank wanted to keep the belt in house, with Conceicao getting the belt, this now accomplishes that. Is it right? No. Do I agree with the decision? Absolutely not. It's horrible, but it's just the nature of the business. It's just how it is. So yeah, I think O'Shaquie Foster's team, and they're shout out to them. They did a good job getting him to this point. It was hard from where he came from, but they should have had the foresight to see, hey, look, our contract is up soon. There may be some foolishness going on here. So maybe O'Shaquie Foster, even if he is boxing well, just to be sure, you might need a round or two where he puts his foot on the gas and really just lays a beating on this dude, just to make sure. It is what it is. They're not going to do anything about it, unfortunately. So I think O'Shaquie Foster gets the short end of the stick, and it's not fair to him because O'Shaquie Foster is a guy that probably more so than a lot of fighters in boxing. Remember, he didn't have the Olympic pedigree. He didn't have none of that. He didn't have the red carpet rolled off for him. This is a guy that started his career off, I believe he was, 9-2 or 11-2, so he had some early losses, and then he had to reel off a bunch of victories and really come up the hard way. So once he got that title, that was really his only, bargaining chip to get leverage in negotiations, and now he doesn't have it. So now, he's got to fight his way back into the title contention or to get a title. And if you just look at it, right, he loses this fight, right? O'Shaquie lost to Conceicao on paper, right? So let's just say, if you look at the rankings in the WBC, do you know who's number 2? I'm sure O'Shaquie Foster probably dropped to number 1 or number 2. So the guy that's ranked 2 right now is the guy that he beat in his first defense, which is Eduardo Rocky Hernandez. And that was a hard, grueling, hellacious fight. So is O'Shaquie Foster going to have to go back and fight, a guy like Rocky Hernandez? I mean, that wouldn't be fair to him. So, but it is what it is. It's the situation that he's in, and maybe hopefully for his sake, he can get a rematch, and this could be a situation where he learns from the corruption and takes out the judge's hands, because that's the situation we're in. You can't be a back foot conservative fighter if you're not Shakur Stevenson. It's only good when Shakur Stevenson does it. It's only pound for pound when Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney do it. But let good old O'Shaquie Foster, let him start boxing off his back foot and countering and being overly defensive and being efficient in that manner. And now it's not okay. But that's how boxing works. So y'all let me know what you think in the comments down below. What did you think of the fight? I like Conceicao. I want to be happy for him because I feel like he was jobbed a couple times in his career, but it's just hard because I can't even see how you give Conceicao more than 2 rounds. I don't care if you don't like the overly defensive style. It's not my cup of tea either, but score the damn fights the way it's happening. Don't just go off your preferences and get mad at the fighter because you don't like their style. Actually score what the fuck is going on inside the ring. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. I'm at the Boxing Hall of Fame out here in Canterbury, New York. And for more great boxing content just like this video, make sure you click and subscribe right over here.